Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I'm that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another topic that is near and dear to my spirit. So today, let's talk about it. Let's just get it out in the open, and let's talk about why you want to be Peter Pan's sister, the girl who never grew up. Come on, y'all. Ladies, I don't understand what's the purpose. I did a topic a while ago about walking in your purpose, running away from your womanhood. And this is still along the lines of that. Some of you women are so immature. You know, it's like you turn your ear off from hearing the truth. You turn your ear off because that serious talk is just too hard for you. And then you wonder why you still stuck in the same position. In order for you to get a college degree, you have to listen to what the instructor tells you so that you can pass the test, so that you can move on to the next level and eventually get your degree. So when we sit here and we run away from truth, facts, reality, what that does is stagnate our growth. You don't need to be watching cartoons as an adult. Adults shouldn't be watching cartoons. Adults should be watching things that is more educational. Something that you could, especially if you got kids, you shouldn't be watching cartoons with your kids. You should always be interested in educating and uplifting and elevating yourself. How you gonna do that if you just always own some old crazy stuff? You know, you gotta be mindful of the things that you entertain. Okay? You can't just entertain all kind of foolishness and think that that's going to help you in the future. You want to run away and want to be serious and childish and laugh and joking and all this stuff. We pass all that. We pass all that. We pass all the funniness and the hee-hee and the takiki and all this stuff. We over that, y'all. I don't know if y'all watch the news lately, but I don't see anything to laugh about out here in these streets at all. It is high time that we as ladies get more serious about life. Life is serious. We bring these children into the world. We don't have no plan. We don't even enjoy our motherhood because we so busy with all the wrong feelings, the wrong ideas, the wrong thoughts. We're not even thinking about that we have children, little humans, little computers running around us that need programming. We can't even program them because we too busy worrying about ourselves and thinking about ourselves. We don't want to discuss any tough topics. We don't want to hear Miss Nicole talk for too long because, she just too serious. That's what you need. Being a woman is about being serious and getting serious. Once you get into your 20s, you need to be serious about the direction that your life is headed in. Not just laying around making jokes, taking losses, tricking up all your money, being a fool. It's high time to wake up out of sleep. It's high time to stop being a fool for these streets. It's been high time for that. How many more losses can you take in the streets before you decide to wake up? You understand? And I am your sister. I am telling you the truth. A lot of y'all grew up, some of y'all suicidal. Some of y'all always stressed out. And the reason why you suicidal and you stressed out is because you being wicked and you don't know who you are. When you don't know who you are, you don't know what direction you're supposed to be going in, and you don't know how to elevate yourself to be better. And unfortunately, y'all, I don't make the rules. I am just a follower and I play by the rules. When you play by the rules, life goes a lot more better and free-flowing for you. It's hard to fight to go upstream. It's hard to ice skate up a hill, but it's easy to go with the river flow, and it's easy to go skate down a hill when you're ice skating. And you just gotta make that decision. You gotta decide. It's your decision. Each one of us have to decide: what am I gonna be? Am I gonna be a bum bee, or am I gonna get in the woman line? Some of us stay in the bum bitch line forever. Some of us get out the bum bitch line and go get in the woman line. Okay? Some of us go and get in the thug woman line, and you got a choice. You got a choice, but I'm telling you that you have a choice. But don't sit here and act like nobody never told you that you run around here being a renegade. You all gothic, you all suicidal, you all hypersexual. All those are problems. Those are problems that should have been resolved through your upbringing. But unfortunately, Daddy wasn't around to provide you with that discipline. Or if Daddy was around to provide you with the discipline, Mama undermined his authority to you to allow you to do whatever you want to do. So now you don't know nothing about no order. You don't know nothing about being a woman. You just wild and out of control and can't nobody tell you nothing. And that is a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe to die alone. That's a recipe to not never have nobody. That's a recipe to please don't bear no children, because you definitely gonna pull them down with you. That's what that recipe is for. And y'all, I don't make the rules. You understand? I'm just here to tell you the truth. That shit don't work. I done seen so many bum bitches in my days just be bums. When all your friends around you start having babies and all that stuff not cute. I don't know why would you encourage somebody to begin to have sex at 13 years old and think that she gonna have a normal life. You cannot start having sex at 13 years old and have a normal life. If you have a sister and you see her, she's at the age of 13, and you see her, she's wearing tight clothes, she got eyes for boys and all like that, you know what you need to do? If she wearing a wig, take that wig off her head and put a skirt on her and put a book in her hand. That is the critical time that you need to knuckle down and get serious about your daughter. When you see her going into heat, they are like female animals. Once she go into heat, there's a certain combination of rules and regulations and things that you have to imply on a woman to get her over the hump so she don't get pregnant before she get out of high school. If your woman if you don't get pregnant before you get out of high school, you got a chance. If you can graduate high school, get out of high school and not be pregnant, you might have a fighting chance. But not immediately after high school. If you can have a baby after 20, you doing something. You got a chance, because at least you got your feet on the ground. You was there. And see, that's the whole point in us living and having fun and experiencing things. You need to get all that shit out you while you're young. While you're 18, you dating the boy, y'all courting and all this. Okay, when we moving into our 20s, we thinking about what the next step is. Let's move in together. We living together, let's get married. Okay, we married, let's have kids. In that order. Not just we have kids, I get an apartment, you go back with your mama and be in these streets. No, you come to my house, you get your things, you move in with me. If the rent man come, we'll just hide your clothes or something and say you don't live here. But we gonna make sure that you in this house. I'm not gonna leave my man out in the streets, sleeping wherever he gotta sleep at, because I'm thinking about myself. No, you gave me this baby. This is our child. You gonna love me. You not gonna be with nobody else. You coming home to me at night. That's where we going. And that's not optional. That's mandatory. So if your man is wilding and out here, you setting up that home foundation for him is going to provide him with stability. It's going to provide him with that love and that focus that he didn't ever have. You encouraging him and helping him and not being so hard. Oh, you got to do this here. Nah, babe, what we going to do? What we going to do? And listen, it ain't going to be easy. I'm going to just tell you now, it ain't going to be easy. Some of them guys, it's going to be hard, but you know what you don't do? You don't get emotional. You don't be hollering about you got to get out. You don't force him to leave you. What he going to do, you let him make his own bed and lie in it. If he leave, then he leave. But what you do is you stay that good woman. You stay loyal to your children. You put your kids first. You put yourself second, and you make sure your house is in order and has what it needs. Don't be hollering about what's in it for me, because once you birth children, your feelings and how you feel is dead. Don't nobody want to hear that shit no more. Your kids don't understand mommy tired. Your kids don't understand. Mommy don't feel like this and mommy don't feel like that. No, you need to always feel like you got to feel like you want to deal with them, because if you don't deal with them, who the hell else is? Don't abandon your kids because you and your feelings. You have to be there for them. You have to create structure for them, even if he falling off. And eventually, I didn't say if you stay on them, but stay on them with love. I know it's hard, because the first thing you want to do is cuss a motherfucker out. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you why when we come right back. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And today we are sending a message to Peter Pan's little sister, the girl who never grew up, just like Peter Pan was the boy that never grew up. So let's talk about why we not growing up. I mean, what are we expecting? I mean, what do you want out of your life? What do you want out of your life? What are your expectations for yourself? Because if you expect to have good things, if you want anything out of life, you have damn sure better get your mind right and figure out what it is that you want to do. You know, you can't be running and then you run your whole life and then you turn around and it's like, oh God, I'm 30. Oh God, I'm 35. And then you hit the panic button and now it's like, let me struggle to try to pull everything together. It doesn't work like that, because you've wasted a lot of time. See, the problem is, the reason why we can't find no man is because we done found a man after we done hit the pavement too many times. After we done been run down, after we done suffered all this emotional abuse and trauma, then we finally want to get a man. But we done skeeted ourselves all the way out. We ain't no more snapback to that monkey. We got all kind of health problems and stuff. We missing a few teeth and shit because we done messed ourselves up. And then the next little tight booty mama coming down the road who look better than us because she done held herself together. We jealous of her. But why we jealous of her? When we had the same opportunities that she had, we just chose to be wicked. You know, I mean, in the later days, you can be out here in these streets all time of night. You want to be half naked with your wig on and your eyelashes on and all this bull crap. But at the end of the day, who gonna wife you? If everybody in the block done had you, if everybody in the block already know how you get down, if everybody on the block know your name, you know the block multiplies. And a woman gonna be known by her works. So if your works is foul in the street, you foul. Period. And ain't nobody gonna really hold you to no kind of higher standard than that. You can't turn a woman earns her title. A woman will be known by her works. So if you ain't doing the work of a woman, you ain't no woman. And why does that matter, Miss Nicole? Because it just damn does. Because it does. Because the whole point is for you to evolve from a girl to a young woman to a woman. And women and men lead the nation, not girls and boys. Girls and boys don't lead nobody to nothing. Young men and young women, y'all still trying to figure it out. But us older women, aged men and women, we are responsible for leading the nation. And when we go, it's supposed to be people who come behind us to promote and do things better than we do. And to know more and to set up things for the future. You know, that's what your purpose is. You know, your purpose is not just to try to figure out your whole life. Your purpose is to get your mind right so that you can be of some use to your people who need you. You might be good, but people around you not. You know, you get $1,000 worth of food stamps, but you know a girl who got kids and she don't get that many, or she might not get none because of past circumstances, but she don't, but you won't give her kids nothing to eat. You won't keep her people food. You know, we don't even look out for one another. You will turn a blind eye to a mother struggling on the streets and you was the same mother. You see a girl, she pregnant, you got tons of baby clothes, but you won't give them to her for free. You want to sell them to her. Why? Don't you think if she had money, she would go do those things? Some of us bless and we won't even take the time out to bless nobody, but we always holler about God. God ain't messing with you. He ain't messing with you. If you ain't listening to him and you not trying to help your people, we are in dire need of somebody to love us and help us. In case you haven't noticed, I know some of y'all might be good, but shit, I ain't good. I need a couple of girls to be my friend and share recipes. I need somebody to teach me how to bake. I want to learn how to bake some stuff. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna do the best I can, but you know, everybody, we need each other. We need each other. I think that every woman should know how to heal her family members. I think that every woman should have a nursing spirit to be able to heal people or have some type of talent or skill. You need to know how to feed your family. You need to know how to heal your family. And you need to know how to be in order and heal and take care of yourself. You know? I mean, that's not optional. That's mandatory, y'all. And if you're not worth learning and educating yourself, then what you plan on doing with your life? What are you planning on doing? You gotta knuckle down and really think about your life seriously. You gotta think about what is your direction? What are you doing? What's your plan? Are you just gonna go to the old folks' home when you get a certain age, when your body start breaking down? Cause it's coming now more than ever, because we don't eat right. We don't have no sense of self and knowledge. Our younger generation gonna be broke down harder than we were. Y'all think y'all teeth falling out and all kind of issues now. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Unfortunately. You know, your scalp's gonna be smited. You're gonna have bald spots, all kind of problems with your skin, your flesh. All that's coming. But we can duck and dodge that if we know how to heal. If we learn how to heal each other now, and we learn how to love one another, and we step into our womanhood. Our nation needs strong women, and not strong male, masculine women. Strong feminine women. Women who are not afraid to check another woman and put her in a place whether she feel like she right or not. You might feel like you a woman, but you're not. You might think that you acting as a woman, but you're not. Just because you can get dressed up real pretty and put your lace front on like nobody business, ain't none of that's written in the Bible about what a righteous woman is. I don't think God give a damn about that. And I want anything that I do to be something that he would approve of. I'm not checking for nobody but the Most High. You know? And I think that that's what your goal, your end all goal, it would be if your life was based just to please God and make him happy with you, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. You wouldn't be able to go wrong. You would feel better about yourself. You would think that, you know, a lot of stress would be relieved because you're not worrying about what no man thinks. Because the standards of earth, the standards that we have to live by, your standards say you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But when you govern yourself and hold yourself to a certain level, a godly level, you set yourself apart from everybody because your standards are higher, because you know who you are and you have respect for yourself. And you understand that everything that you do matters. You understand? And it does. And everything that you do, it falls back on your kids. A lot of these people, companies and stuff, when they was pouring all kind of water and doing all kind of stuff to the ozone layer, they weren't thinking about us. All these big companies and businesses, when they was polluting the waters back in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, building their big industries and making their money, they wasn't thinking about how they bad habits was going to destroy us. And now we're stuck with polluted lakes, rivers, streams, airs, this, that. And people done got fat and live very lavishly off destroying us. But I know, once again, I'm talking too high-minded for you Peter Pan sisters that don't want to grow up and you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Well, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck, and everybody's going to grow up and everybody's going to leave you, and you're just going to have Tinkerbell and Peter Pan to play with. And it's going to get lonely, and you're going to be uncomfortable. And yeah, it's not going to be a pleasant experience for you, unfortunately. And I don't want that for you. So I'm telling you now to start waking yourself up. Understand that life is not pleasant. Life is not fair. Life is not about everybody being nice to you. This world is not nice. Don't nobody care about your feelings. And the more that you embrace that and stop leaning on your own feelings and understand that you're not smart. You're not as smart as you think you are. You need help. You need wisdom. And you need guidance. And you need to allow somebody to guide you to your goals. Because you're not going to be able to get there by yourself, because you have no idea what it takes to become the person that you want to be. But everybody else around you may not even know or give a damn. But I do. And if you need some advice, if you need me, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. I'm here. I'm your sister from a different mister. Shalom.